Hey, what's up YouTube? Baller here, and I am playing Flight Simulator 10. Well, I'm about to play Flight Simulator 10. I'm not really in the app yet. Did I just call it an app? Fuck me, and fuck you, Microsoft. I'm way too tired for this. But anyway, I decided to make a little video regarding something that I saw from Just Flight. It was called Air Hauler 2, and it was showcased in Flight SimCon. I did have a nice discussion with them, so I decided to review their product. And this is what it is, Air Hauler 2. If you're wondering what Air Hauler 2 is, it's basically a career simulator. If you've ever played Euro Truck Simulator, this is exactly what it is. It turns Flight Simulator 10 into Euro Truck Simulator, or in this case, wherever the hell you want to live. Truck, plane, simulator. I guess I'm not really making any sense. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a new company. What should we call it? Microsoft FSX Steam Edition. Yes, there we go. Alright, company name. What would be a good name? Let's go with Bald Air. There we go. Nothing punny about that, right? My pilot handle, and yeah, sure. My name, Lord Balder. From now on, you shall be referring to me as Lord, and Lord alone. Or you could just call me Balder, one of the two, doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and start this new little career. Alright. Let's see, choose the difficulty. Way that I see it, I can't imagine doing freight in a Cessna 172, so we have to go with the Cessna Caravan. It is the only way, right? There you go. Now I get to choose an airport. Let's see. When it comes to airports, I'm always going to go with the one that I'm the most familiar with, and that is Salt Lake International Airport. So let's select that one. Alright. So, this is an international airport, which means that the landing fees are probably going to be a little bit on the pricey side. But I like what they're doing. It's setting up the fuel prices. You have 100 low lead, which is $7.15, and jet fuel A, which is $7.30. I'm kind of surprised that jet fuel isn't more expensive. But maybe they're pretty similar in price? I don't know. What's interesting is that they're almost complete opposites in the fuel spectrum, but I digress. Use AH2 weather generation, use network mode, maybe not, ignore water airports with water runways. I don't know, I'm not a really big fan of seaplanes, but I can't exactly rule them out, can I? I think I can. Yes, I can. There we go. Alright, so let's see. These options allow you to change how cargo jobs are created. Unsure, leave as is for now. Job volume. Well, there should always be more jobs, don't you think? There we go. Size, distance, size, internal jobs. I don't know what that means. Report size. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to small to medium-sized airports, because if I'm running a freight business, then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to have to, at the very least, go to the smaller places starting out, because those are the places that need freight the most. So let's go ahead and do that. Finish. Yay. Generating new jobs. I guess that'll take a while. Or not? Who knows? You do not have the type rating for this aircraft. Take the type rating test now. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Don't know why there's a C-130 outside my window. Am I at a military base? Actually, no. Salt Lake has an Air National Guard region located at the airport, so that's a little fun thing you may or may not have known. Also, I think I'm going to turn down the game volume just a little bit. So, take the reading test now. Yeah, I guess so. Couldn't hurt, right? Grand Caravan, that's quite a bit to take a test, but whatever. Is what it is. Gonna be no passengers, no luggage, total blah blah blah. On board. Right, well, I guess that doesn't change anything. So that's good. Let's go ahead and start this. Works for me. Alright, looks nice and loaded. I actually hope that OBS is capable of recording my video. I don't know whether or not it is. I've been having problems with Shadowplay today, so who knows. Let's go ahead and do the... Let's go ahead and do the auto startup. Alright, so I guess I need to taxi and take off. Simple enough, right? Alright, so now we're holding short of our one... Alright, so now we're holding short of a runway. I'm gonna go ahead and get my clearance. Just request VFR takeoff. Indeed.
Tower, landmark 1123, ready at runway 16, right, north, departure. Landmark 1123, clear for takeoff. Runway 16, right, departure, north approved. Clear for takeoff. Runway 16, right, landmark 1123.
This is quite a long runway, so I don't really have to worry about accumulating airspeed. Well, I keep forgetting how finicky this is. Climb at 88112 indicated. 8,812 feet, alright. Eight 812. I have to remember that. 8812. Oh. Hopefully that stays up. If you are wondering, the landing gears are in fact fixed. I did say I was departing to the north, so I'm wondering why I am not doing that.
Landmark 1123, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Salt Lake approach. Landmark 1123 is type Cessna Caravan. 3 miles south of Salt Lake 5,900. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Landmark 1123, Salt Lake approach. Squawk 5703. Squawk 5703, landmark 1123. Landmark 1123, radar contact 3 miles south of Salt Lake 6,400 and cleared through the Bravo airspace. Maintain on navigation. Cleared to the Bravo airspace. Landmark 1123.
Seems like a plan to me. Also, apologies if the audio is mixed up. Not much I can do about that. Yeah, man, I just remember how amazing the graphics were. I mean, if you look at it, there's like the basketball stadium, there's downtown, there's the Wells Fargo building, there's the church office building, there's the temple, there's the Capitol. There's so many things that I could just see as landmarks. So, as a teenager, I thought that this game was amazing in terms of graphics. They even have the layout of the airport to be accurate, at least accurate in terms of 2006 standards. I mean, you have the terminals there, you have the general aviation area below me, then you have the one tower that I believe is the control tower, as in the takeoff and landing tower. You also have the Delta hangar, and above there you have a bunch of freight. So it's actually quite well made. But anyway, I am heading north into a place called Ogden. That happens to be the Great Salt Lake over there. But so far, so good. Alright, so I'm approaching about 8,000 feet. Close to 8,000 feet. Altimeter has not changed at all, so that's good. But then again, it does say indicated, so that might change things a little bit. As to what that changes, I couldn't tell you. So, 8,000 feet now. Whoa, that mixture change totally changed things. I guess I was running off of a very, very low setting. Alright. And it looks like I'm hitting in a little bit of turbulence as well. Won't be able to be 100% accurate with 8,812, but it shouldn't be too bad. Let's go ahead and level off soon enough. Because as it stands, this is a check ride, and I could very well fail by getting too off course. This is about 8,812 indicated. Turn to heading to 151. Alright. It's gonna send me into the mountains. So I'm going to turn the long way. Yeah, I definitely need to get better clouds, which, by the way, I saw an amazing cloud simulator, or cloud textures, in Flight SimCon. I keep forgetting. There are so many things that I saw there, so many things that I'd love to talk about. And so many things I'd love to cover, but just can't cover. But I'll go ahead and do my best. Because next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to do an Aerosoft video, one that you may or may not like. I'm pretty sure you'll like it though. So we're going up to 15, 151. Turn to heading 127. Alright. Nine 9,012 feet. All right. Hitting a 048. All right. Now this thing is actually kind of interesting. 9,712. Wow, I've been pushing full throttle on this thing for quite a while, but it is what it is. I'm approaching 9,712 feet. I believe they're basing it off of the airport's altitude. Land at departure airport. Okay, landing orbiter required. Alright. I could do that. First thing I'm gonna have to do is that I'm gonna have to turn all the way back to Salt Lake, and I'm gonna have to land from the south. Yeah, I'm gonna fly over Salt Lake and then I'm going to make a loop around. Also, I can land into the wind. Oh wait, yes, I can land into the wind. What am I thinking?
Salt Lake Tower, landmark 1123 is 10 miles northeast, wind off to land. Landmark 1123, Salt Lake Tower, fly straight in, runway 17, altimeter 2991. Make straight in, runway 17, landmark 1123.
Alright, if you're wondering, runway 17 is the furthest left runway out of the three. So obviously I'm going to have to lower my altitude quite a bit, and I'm doing quite a good job at it as well. Yeah, the problem was that I was way too high in altitude. It kept making me climb and climb and climb, but even then, I was still able to make it work. Let's just make sure that I hit this landing A-okay. One of the things I remember working at Salt Lake International is that I had a lot of... I saw a lot of planes take off and land there. Well, no shit. But one of the things that I did notice is that there was always a FedEx Cessna Caravan that took out daily, or took off daily. And that's kind of weird because there were also some FedEx Airbus A300s that were there, along with, I believe, an MD-90. So it's not like they just had a small presence there. It's just that they happen to have a small plane. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Go ahead, add a notch of flaps. You know, get the ball rolling, something like that. For good measure, let's add all the flaps in. Yes, we can have all the flaps. Alright, so let's see, how good am I going to be with this turn? Will I be able to hit the money? Hopefully I will, but let's just always be sure. I actually have to wonder if the weather that I'm getting out of here is static or dynamic. Hopefully dynamic, but I'm not entirely sure. Alright, I'm a little low, as you could no doubt tell. For the record, I don't know what an okay landing is in terms of what it's asking for me to do. Well, once I get back into the...
123, cleared to land. Runway 17.
Alright, clear to land. Let's do
Cleared to
this.
land. Runway 17. Landmark 1123.
I'm getting an absolute weather vane effect here. With the winds. There we go, on the glide slope. On the money. I'd say, I never really flown Cessna Caravan. It's just some plane that I never really had an interest in. I mean, for what it is, I kind of understand the appeal of it. I mean, it is a Caravan. There must be so many bush pilots who use this plane. Or something very much like it. I seem to be doing alright with the runway. Alright enough. Ooh, I didn't hear that. It's Bitch and Betty's brother.
Minimums.
Yeah, I wonder if that was added with the career mode. Or if this might have been something that Dovetail gave me. I have no clue, but I kind of like that.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Landing was okay. Hey. The landing was okay, that's all I gotta say. It did its job.
Landmark 1123. Exit runway when able.
I think I will. This time I'm actually going to exit into the general aviation area. That would make a lot more sense.
Contact ground on 121.9er. Going to 121.9er. Landmark 1123. Salt Lake ground. Landmark 1123. Request taxi to parking. Landmark 1123.
let's go ahead and do that.
Landmark 1123.
So I guess that answers my question. It seems like the weather is very dynamic. Even more dynamic than what you would find on the Jeppesen stuff. I guess that should come to no surprise, but still, I like it. Yes, I fully understand that I didn't do any checklists or any after landing checklists. That's fine. I don't need to be perfect on this. I just need to get my certificate to show that I can actually do freight. And oh yes, I would love to do me some freight. Turn off the landing lights, turn off the strobe. Don't need the nav. How about that? Passed the flight test. Looks good to me. Alright, now that that's done, let's go ahead and get ourselves into a bunch of freight work. Alright, so I must be honest, after I did that one initial flight, I really had to crash badly. I fell asleep just doing video editing and whatnot. So what I did is that I decided to save it till tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow. And tomorrow I did, and I pretty much spent the entire day looking at Air Hauler. So here's something that I found out that is pretty interesting. This is an insane amount of detail. Shows you you can have various missions that you can choose, such as humanitarian missions, passenger operations, cargo operations. Go to the forum. You can also choose the radar. And if you look at it, you'll see various other people who are just, you know, flying around. And I believe this is multiplayer, it's just showing where people are. So that is quite insane. Yeah, you can choose your fleet, you can repair it. My plane doesn't need repairing. It also gives you hours that you need to do. And to the best of my knowledge, this is actual, these are actual inspections that need to be made in actual real life, such as the Class A check and the B check and the C check. C check is almost pretty much stripping the plane down to a skeleton and putting it back together. That does need to happen, so kudos to them for doing that. You also have the office, various clickable things. Unfortunately, the plant is not clickable. How unfortunate, but is what it is. You have personal info, personal cash. I have no idea what personal cash is. I don't have any personal fleets. I'm guessing that I can, you know, buy planes for myself the moment I start having enough money. And of course, there's a flight log, tells you where it is. I actually did a mission. This mission was very, 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 very annoying because it took a long time to get to Oregon. And now I'm in this grass field in Oregon, so, you know, is what it is. And I can actually do several missions. I think I'm going to do one in Eugene. Also, you can change the options here. Found out that doing long distance may not be the best idea. You can also manage aircraft, you can sell, you can look at the stock market and data. See what loans there are, such as a private sales. I don't know if this is player-based, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But yeah. So there's private sales, you can get loans, you can hire crew members, and it has a huge HR idea as well. Company info, so on and so forth. You get the idea. There is quite a bit. An airline logo. I am actually planning on making my own airline logo. However, if you guys would rather help me with that, then you can make a logo for me. I certainly have ideas, and it's been a while since I've talked to Labor Attila about that. But I keep rambling on and on about things. But moving on, we have the jobs map, and as you can see, there are quite a few missions out there. This is the range of the Cessna that I've been flying. Makes quite a bit of sense. Fully loaded, this plane is quite sluggish, but as time goes on, it actually decreases in terms of demand, so you can go faster and go higher. But anyway, there are several missions that I can do. I can deliver mail to Oregon, and I'm guessing this is to Eugene. I can deliver mail or soft drinks. So I'm going to go with mail because apparently that's going to give me quite a bit more money than soft drinks. Who would have thought? So that's what I'm going to do. Simple enough, right? Yeah, I'm going to accept the job, do that. I'm going to fly the job. Okay. It's going to give me this thing. I'm going to load it here. Then it depends. Do you want to add extra fuel? I do not. So, not really going to worry about that. Alright, so flying right now. Accept around and fly. It says IFR. I don't think I need IFR. I'm going to go with VFR, actually. Because I don't see much of a point in going, you know, IFR. It's such a short route. Besides, I'm just delivering mail. Unless there's some type of FAA law that says I need to fly IFR if I'm handling mail, then I don't have to worry about that. No. Hold on. We need to connect. Alright, yeah. Now I know what's going on. He did the OK button. There we go. Let's get going. Alright, so currently it looks like I'm parked into the middle of nowhere. Without a doubt. I'm actually going to do something that you may think it's cheating, but it's actually not, because truth be told, pilots would never fly in this type of crap. There we go. So, I'm going to leave at the crack of dawn, 6 in the morning. Go ahead and get this thing started. Strangely enough, this is where I parked the airplane, like the exact same spot. I find it strange that this game keeps track of it, and by game I mean Air Hauler 2. Not that one. Strobe. No. Yeah, beacon light. There we go. I just control E everything because why not? Let's turn down the volume a little bit. Totally forgot I left the There we go. Let's go with nav. Let's change, it's 8,000 feet. Actually, 8,500 feet. That would be the proper VFR. Alright, there we go. That works just well. It's telling me to taxi and take off? Yes, let's go ahead and do that. This is I think it's actually a grass strip or a gravel strip. I tried landing this thing at night and oh good god, this was a very bad idea. In fact, taking from this thing already is a bad idea. I don't think I have enough airspeed to reach it, but oh well. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do what is a short field takeoff. There we go. Fly the sector and land at destination. Alright, sounds good to me. Gonna get the flight director going. There we go. Now we have taken off. Everything is hunky-dory. Okay. Gonna decrease the prop RPM just a little bit. Nothing too much. But so far, so good. It's been forever since I did a short field takeoff, but hey, I was able to pull it off. That's all that matters. It's actually a short field and a soft field takeoff, if you think about it. Airports like that actually do exist. There are things such as grass runways, gravel runways, even ice runways, depending on where you live or where the airport is. I did not turn the landing lights on. I don't think that matters too much. I don't know if there's a law that is against it. I do know that if you don't follow the checklist, you could actually lose your license. The FAA could take it, but again, this is a video game. Don't have to worry about that too much. All I see is this sexy Cessna Grand Caravan fully loaded with mail, ready to go to Eugene, Oregon. That's what I see. And in fact, I'm going to hit autopilot, and I will see you guys there. Alright, so we are outside Eugene, Oregon. Basically, I have absolutely no idea what the airport elevation is, so I'm pretty much going to wing it. Pun definitely not intended. So, what I find it very interesting is that if you look at my GPS on the bottom right, I mean, I know that it's very small, it might be hard to miss it, it's like a pixel or 200 long, but, if you'll notice, this is actually the small airport that I'm going to, not the big airport. So, that is kind of interesting. But what I'm going to do is that off screen, because I'm going to have to inevitably end this video, I am going to go ahead and take off from that small regional airport, then land in Eugene's airport. That'll make things a little bit easier. At least I think. Yep, that makes perfect sense. I'm a little under 25 miles out. 25 nautical miles out, I should say. So that should make things easy. I'm going to turn on the landing lights because why not? Don't know why the strobe wasn't on. I guess that was my mistake. But I'm glad I caught myself before I ended up in controlled airspace. Which, by the way, seems like I am going to have to go into... It's this one.
Eugene Tower, landmark 1123, this type Cessna Caravan, 10 miles northeast of 36 Oscar Romeo, requesting transition. Landmark 1123, transition approved. Report clear of Eugene Tower airspace. Maintain all navigation. Will report clear. Landmark 1123. Eugene Tower, landmark 1123.
This is why I do not like the ATC of FSX. It is kind of annoying at times. OR 47, alright. Strach Field.
Oscar Romeo 47, traffic, landmark 1123 is 18 miles east, 6,500, inbound to land, runway 34.
I have absolutely no idea how this works in real life. How you have two airports in Class D airspace, but the ATC will not allow you to get into the said airspace unless you plan on landing in Eugene or transitioning. It's weird. I may or may not have to brush up on a few facts here and there, because it's been forever once I figured out that situation. I know, maybe I should ask a flight instructor. How about that? Yes, I am flying into nice, blocky Eugene. I wonder if it's a nice place to visit. Anybody want to fill me in on that? God, what I want to do is that I just want to fly to Eugene, take like a fucking rental car, and then once I am done with that said rental car, or once I get that rental car, I just want to drive into the mountains and the forests. That would just be amazing. I do like me a little bit of nature. Not gonna lie. Now, I don't know, is that my airport? Whoa, Track IR, you're being a little screwy right now. No, it is not. Ah, there we go. Much, much better. I think what I'm going to do is to screw the passenger travel. How about we do something much more interesting like, oh, I don't know, cargo. Cargo can take you to various places. Various awesome places, that is. Now, one thing I do hope is that they do not send me into a helipad. That would be absolutely dickish of them. But once I do get into the airport, we'll figure out how things go here from there on. By the way, if you guys ever consider flying in real life, never, ever, ever fly over a mountain like this. Quickest way to get you killed. I don't know if that counts as an overspeed, but we'll see about that. I'm assuming that's GR44. That only makes sense.
Oscar Romeo 47, traffic, landmark 1123 is 9 miles southeast, 1,900, inbound to land, runway 34.
And I think with Class D airspace, all you need to do is to make radio communication, and that's it. That's all you need to do. But damn, I know the graphics are absolute crap, but it makes me wonder just how beautiful Eugene, Oregon is in real life. I'm sure it's a nice, quaint little town. At least I would hope so. That's the airport over there. Don't want to fly into that area. Granted, there is no traffic in FSX. I might need to change the settings on that one, but I've been trying to get into VATSIM, which I've been kind of having difficulty with, so just putting it out there. If anybody wants to help me on that, I'd be more than happy to take your assistance. And holy crap, this is going to be a short field, isn't it? Oh, okay. Well, let's look on the bright side. At the very, very, very least, I don't have that much fuel. Well, I have less than half the fuel on board, and I am still heavy, and I might overshoot anyway. How fun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there. Wait, all my flaps are in, okay. So let's take a look. All the flaps are in, landing lights are good, beacon's good, don't need the cabin lights on, I don't have any passengers for the seatbelts, so we're good. Now we're crossing the glide slope of Eugene's runway. Altimeter setting is incorrect. Alright, fine. I thought that weather was turned off. I guess it's turned on for places that are closer to bigger airports. If it was something like the last place I was in, also known as Buttfuck, Oregon, then probably don't have any weather to report. Alright, so let's go ahead and zoom in. Once again, OR-47. Is that the landing strip? Yes, it is. That is the landing strip. By the way, a little off topic, but James R. Bastard does a lot of Dark Souls 3 live streaming, if you're interested. Just a little bit of advertisement out there for my friend. Oh, good God. This is such a stupidly short landing. It's one of those, why the fuck are you landing here strips.
Minimums.
Stupid tree is in the way!
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
With an inch to spare, I landed onto the runway. Well, I guess I'm just gonna park it here, why not? Featherettes, landing light should be off, strobe is off. Now all I need to do is to lean the mixture.
Oscar, Romeo, Ford 7, traffic, landmark 1123 is clear of the runway.
Alright, now all I need to do is to alt-tab back to air, was I about to say air hunter? No, air hauler. And then I am good to go. Just to get things completely set up. Battery should go off. Avionics should go off. There we go. But anyway, that is Air Hauler. Air Hauler is very interesting, very fun. It basically turns Flight Simulator 10 into Euro Truck Simulator, which I had no idea they were going to do. It is quite a fun game. It is amazing. It is very detailed, and the only thing I can say about it are nice things. Granted, it is still in early alpha, but at the same time, I think the only thing that's missing is a multiplayer aspect, which I really am apathetic about, to be brutally honest. So it's a small nitpick, and even I don't think it's a nitpick, but I delivered the mail. I did everything that was asked of me. Time to get my paycheck. But with you guys, like and favorite this video and subscribe. You guys, have a nice day.